Chris, a difficult match today, an interesting performance, but the right result.
Yeah, listen, it wasn't a game for the neutral for sure. Poor game of football across the 90 minutes. Obviously, there's some factors in there, conditions, so they weren't great for playing football. So, we did all right. We got the result, which was the main thing, and that's what this young side have to learn. You can't always play great football and get results. Sometimes you've got to do it the dirty way, but listen, they're the ones you enjoy. Dig in, score late, and then just enjoy defending, enjoy getting the ball and being on it. But you have to enjoy everything off it to get rewards out of football games.
Absolutely, and building on from a positive result in midweek as well.
Yeah, listen, we had a run of games in Polton, Clevedon, Torpoint that not our battle. Them sort of sides, they're way above where kind of we are at the minute, and we're very realistic with where we are and honest. So Polton was good for sort of 60, 70 minutes. I think the scoreline in the end sort of flattered them a little bit. We went down to 10 for a while, and they showed that killer instinct. That's why they are the way they are. They're very fit side and stuff. Clevedon, we should have got something. We were really good down there. We give away silly goals that young sides kind of do. So it punished us, left us a lot of work. But listen, the lads were superb down there on the day. And then Torpoint here last week, probably the strongest side we've played in the way they do things in across the whole squad. They're a decent outfit for sure. But again, much the second best side on the day. But we did a few things right in key moments and rode our luck a little bit. But yeah, we took a point. So that's a point down at their gaff and here. So we're doing all right. Radstock in the week was something we identified pre-season as a competition that in the nicest way possible is not high on our priority list. We spoke to the reserves about giving them a chance to come and play at the level for a lot of the boys and the management to have a crack at that sort of level and doing things right. So we sent 12 of the 16 were Resi's boys, and listen, they were a credit to the football club on the night. It went wrong early doors and they found themselves 2 down, but fair play, the lads that stepped up from, you're talking sort of 2-3 leagues below, played great football, dug in, showed some character at 2 down to come back into the game. And like you said, they were a credit to the football club. The shift they put in, people can say, oh, everyone else is resting players, but you still got to do things right and come away with the result. So fair play to the boys that they're having a good season in their league. And they showed Tuesday that they can play a few levels above if they get it right on the day.
Absolutely, and we're 13 games into the league now. How have the performances been? How do you reflect on those from being promoted?
Is that all it is? It feels like we've done a season already. Listen, I think we've been good. I think we've been we've had to work harder than a lot of teams. Again, like I said, we're very honest with where we are. We probably put the squad together a lot later than we wanted to in pre-season due to just carnage. People weren't sure what was happening. A few weeks in, we only had sort of 8-9 players. But we've got a squad here that's very honest, very hard working. Bar 3 of them, they're all under 24. The best bit is, as a manager and a coach, is they take the information on board. So listen, we're going to be inconsistent at times. That comes with age and being naive, but we'll let the lads make their mistakes. And when we put the information in place on how to correct it and what to do next, they take it on board. And they've been exceptional, to be fair. But everyone says how good we've been compared to how maybe they thought the season was going to go. But the lads have to remember, like you said, it's 13 games. There's a long way to go. Coming into winter when a lot of things will change, the pitches and weather. And this is what we said to them today, on a horrible windy day when it's not all roses and sunshine, who wants it? And that's you. And like you said today, first half, we were really poor. We have to be honest, and we had some words with the lads at half time that we probably don't want to have, but at times we're honest, and they've had a lot of plaudits this year for the work they do and the football they play. So listen, I think 13 games in, we have to be very, very happy with where we are, considering the changes over the summer. I sort of said, come December, maybe January, you'll see the best of us. Midweek games have hampered the training and trying to correct those results with the lads, but we've got legs. We're very lucky that a few play outside of Bradford in unis and academy bits and pieces, so we can keep the squad fit. Yeah, and like I said, we're sound. We're in a good place. It's a great changing room. To be fair, it's a very tight changing room. And like I said, it just goes to show today we had sort of 4 missing, and we can still put lads out that will get a job done. So yeah, happy days.
You mentioned that things are going to start changing on the pitch, and one thing that isn't changing is the fixtures and the schedule. Of course, we've got Nelsey on Tuesday. How are you preparing for that?
I'm gonna have a few drinks and then spend some time with the kids tomorrow and the family. Obviously, we've got to keep them happy as well. So we'll do a little bit of that. We'll try and find out what we can and where we can hurt them. I think it's games like these that are tricky. You know, they're down there scrapping for their lives, and that's the games where you can come unstuck because they'll give you 100%. They'll be honest. They need results, and so it's on us. You know, we have to approach it right. Today we didn't. Like I said, from what I can gather, the warm up was poor. Which, listen, poor warm up, you're not going to get going. So we'll fire some messages into the lads over the next couple of days. Make sure that wrongs from today are corrected, and we go right. But listen, it's last year you could pick a handful of games where they were going to be comfortable, and you get through it at some point. What we're learning is there's none of them in this league. St Austell were a tough nut to crack for a little while. Again, a team scrapping and fighting for everything they can. Nelsey will be the same. Oldland today were just bang at it. You know, their physical side, they want to mix it up with you. So that's the challenge of these boys. It's all right competing with the top teams and not necessarily being happy with losing, but knowing you're close. You have to be able to mix it with teams that want to scrap.
Perfect. And do you have a message for the supporters after today?
Yeah, just stick with it. I know some people, including the chairman, get a little bit excited that they maybe want us to start kicking on and be in a place in the league that we don't sort of need to be at the minute. So look, be patient. A lot of the hardcore fans have been perfect. You know, we're in there now with them, and they understand things. There's one or two, like you said, we managed to get rid of that don't quite understand the football club as a whole. And then, yeah, like you said, attendances have been sound. We're always over 100. They make some noise in the new stand behind. So it's good. Fans are great. They're happy. The football club's in a good place on the pitch as well as off it. They're doing great things in and around the clubhouse and stuff. So, yeah, we have to just try and keep that on the right track for now.
Thank you, Chris.
Legend.